Hey, if you're the type of person who wants to get more done more accurately with less hassle, this productivity hack is what you've been waiting for.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of, and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, welcome back as always to The Rare Advisor. If you want to get more things done more quickly, more accurately, this discussion is for you. I'm going to keep this a very brief one. It's a tremendous idea. It's called the 80% action rollout. For those of you who have been through our Chain of Secrets program, the Chain of Secrets Fast Map, I'm talking about right here, the action 80% rollout. Super valuable way of thinking about how you approach your work. I believe this came from the engineering segment at some point in time. Unfortunately, I don't know what an engineer would call it. We've adapted the term 80% rollout or 80% action rollout, or some people call it the action 80% rollout. But the general idea is that when you come through something the first time, you want to crank out that first 80%. And this is very key because a lot of people will hide procrastination behind perfectionism. So they talk about how they want this to be perfect, and they're using that to slow them down as a built-in excuse, either for themselves or for the people around them, that they just want it perfect before it rolls out. Well, oftentimes perfectionists are simply procrastinators in hiding. And this is what's going to flush that out. So whether this is part of your team or whether this is an issue for you personally, which we all struggle with it at some point in time or another, this helps push you through. So the concept is simply this: whatever the project, whatever the topic, whatever the item, the issue, the activity that you need to address, your first go at it, if it's not something just super small that you're just whipping out anyway, but if it's something of any significance whatsoever, your first go at it, you just want to get it 80% done, complete, and accurate. So let's just say you're writing a newsletter or a white paper or something like that. Let's think of it in terms of content that you're writing. Or maybe you want to come up with a new seminar presentation or whatever the case might be. You're going to create it, and your only goal is to get it 80% to your liking on the first pass. Then let it sit for a little bit, maybe even a day or two. Then come back, and now your goal is to just mop up 80% of what's remaining. So if I did it 80% the first time, now that leaves 20% left. If I go after that last 20% with another 80% effort, I'm now going to have a 96% accuracy. That's 80% on top of that already 80%. So the 80%, then I'm taking 80% of the 20%, that gets me to 96%. So in other words, 80% of 20 is 16%. So now 16% on top of 80 brings me to 96. So I have a 96% accuracy rate after 2 quick passes. Now, if I want to take a third pass, I got 4% remaining, right, on my 96%. So I'm going to whack out the last 80% there, or the 80% on that last 4% is a better way to say that. And now that gets me to a 99% accuracy on 3 passes. So imagine if you had a good-sized project, a good-sized writing project, like I said, a white paper, an article, a newsletter, a presentation, but you could apply this to just about any other project that might take place in your practice. But if I'm going after that first, I do one pass at 80%. I let it sit for a day or two. I do another pass, I'm at 96%. I let it sit for a day or two. I do one more pass, I'm at 99%. Most likely, good enough is good enough. No more procrastinating, no more worrying about perfectionism. I'm at 99% or better. Let's get it out the door, wash our hands of it. If you want to take another crack at it, now you're looking at whacking out 80% of that last 1%. So now you're at 99.8% accuracy after 4 passes. So if you absolutely can't stop yourself from being a procrastinator, you shouldn't take any more than 4 passes at it. You're still now at 99.8%. Good enough is good enough. By the way, that's another important term. Understanding that sometimes it's more important to get something done than it is to have it be perfect. So action takes precedence over perfection. Perfectionists are not allowed to hide as procrastinators. Or let's flip that around, right? Procrastinators are not allowed to hide as perfectionists using this system. You will get more done more rapidly, more accurately by simply making that mind adjustment and going after it in 80% swaths. Again, first pass 80, second pass 96, third pass 99, done. Have fun with it.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.